My name is Shuichi Ashidate, the president of the Power and Energy Society of the Institute of Electronic Engineers of Japan, a former TEPCO Holdings. I'm now working at TEPCO Memorial Foundation. I would like to congratulate you on the successful holding of the Korean Institute of Electrical Engineers Power Engineering Society 2020 annual conference. I think that the annual conference has been held continuously in the COVID-19 pandemic due to the great efforts of all concerned in the conference. The KIE Power Engineering Society and IEG Power Energy and Society have a very great relationship with each other, with the present class of Power Energy Society attending each other's conference every year. Last autumn in Japan, Professor Ro-Tai Seok attended IEJ Power and Energy Society Conference and had a keynote address on current issues of fire accidents of battery energy storage system in Korea. It was very interesting for us. After the lecture, Professor Ro had a warm relationship with Professor Mitani of Kyushu Institute of Technology in Hiroshima that night. Professor Mitani is a former president of IEJ Power and Energy Society. It was a very wonderful sight that reminded in my heart. Now we have two serious issues, the COVID-19 pandemic and increasing natural disasters. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a very serious impact on the world, far beyond our imagination. The world is faced with extremely difficult problems of preventing the spread of infections and continuing social economic activities. Fortunately, the number of patients in the grave condition is suppressed to a low level even in Japan. The development of the effective therapeutic agent and vaccine is necessary as soon as possible. The difference between COVID-19 pandemic and natural disasters is that it takes a very long time to end. The spatial spread is very wide on the national and global scale, and behavior is restricted in order to avoid 3 C's, namely closed spaces, crowded places, and close contact settings. It is not hard to imagine that the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic will significantly change the corporate behavior and the style of personal life. I think that we have to solve structural problems fast in the electric power and the energy sector, which are in a turning point because of new restrictions. We know the adverse circumstances and severe restrictions have been able to create new inventions and methodologies. We believe that strict constraints such as global warming issues, ESG budget, and the COVID-19 pandemic will further advance innovation in the field of electric power and energy. It is required right now how to proceed in innovation created by constraints. On the other hand, in recent years, the effect of climate change due to global warming have become remarkable. Even in Japan, we experienced enormous damage due to natural disasters. In 2018, Hokkaido was hit by a strong earthquake of magnitude of 6.7. A large-scale blackout occurred and about 3 million houses were out of power. And typhoon number 15 hit the TEPCO service area in September 2019. Because of falling trees, the power equipment were damaged and it took 16 days to recover them. Moreover, this July, linear precipitation zone in which cumulonimbus clouds are generated one after another in the same place, and it stays in the same place for several hours, cause heavy rain. Localized heavy rainfalls that we have never experienced before have flooded rivers and caused enormous damage. In response to the intensifying and weakened natural disaster, we are asked how to evolve power interaction from new perspective. Regarding two major issues, we believe there are some common measures in both Power Engineering Society. We sincerely hope that we can continue to cultivate a friendly relationship between KIEE and IEJ and mutually grow further each other. Thank you for your kind attention.